Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get more performance out of your Raspberry Pi. In this example, I'm going to be using a Raspberry Pi 5 8GB version, but you can do it with any other Pi, any other version of the Raspberry Pi 5, or you can even do it with the Raspberry Pi 4. We're going to be doing two things. We're going to be upgrading the bootloader, which there was some memory timings enhancements that they did there, so you do get some performance there. And then lastly, we're going to be overclocking. And to see the difference, we are going to run a Geekbench benchmark before we do any changes, just to get a baseline. We're going to update the bootloader, do a Geekbench benchmark as well, and to see how much it improved. And then we're going to overclock at the end to see how much we can ultimately squeeze out of the Pi 5. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Now you can go ahead and check and see if you don't have the latest version of the bootloader by just placing this command. I'm going to just copy and paste to speed up the process here. Here you can see bootloader update available. So I'm running this one from September 10th, 2024. And there's one actually that just came out a day or two ago. So there's a most recent one that we can go ahead and upgrade to, and we're going to see a big, pretty significant, at least in my opinion, performance improvement. So let's just go ahead and before run some monitoring command here, just so we can see. This is, you can copy and paste this one just to see the temperature, if it's throttling, and then the clock speed that we have right now before we run the benchmark. And of course, I'm going to speed up the process so you don't have to sit here and watch. This is just for a baseline. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and run stat, and we'll be right back once it finishes. All right, so now that it finished, we can just go ahead and copy this link. Go ahead and just paste it here. Actually, I'll do it on a separate. So this is the score that we got. We got 811 on single core score and 1733 on the multi-core score, which is not too bad. Actually, this is a little higher. I think I got 1600 one time. The last time I did the pre bootloader upgrade, I got 16 something. So I think that's actually a little better. But anyways, so yeah, you can actually get a little more performance if you just upgrade the bootloader. So we're gonna do that. It's really easy. We're just going to a very similar command as the other one. So let's go ahead and clear this. Let's go ahead and use this. All right, let it do its thing. We're going to go ahead and reboot, and once this finishes, and we'll go ahead and run another benchmark to see how much it improved. Perfect. So now we just do sudo reboot, like type, and then I'll be back once it finishes rebooting. Okay, now that it finished rebooting, let's go ahead and check to make sure that it actually updated. We'll do the command, make that password, and there you go, up to date. So now we have the latest one. We can clear that, and we just do Geekbench 6, and we wait again. Now we're going to see the result after this bootloader update. Sorry, I forgot to show the monitoring of it. If you notice, it's still running at 2.4 gigahertz, and now 47, 48 degrees Celsius. Usually hits like around 50. Yeah, 49 point something. All right, we'll be right back. Alrighty, and so now let's see the results of this one and compare them. And you see, now we get a much higher score. Let's see if I have the other open. This, see, get 2128 on the multi-core, and we got 1733 the multi-core, but before preloader. And although we didn't get that much increase on the single core, we did quite a bit on the multi-core, and we can actually get even more. Like I said, this two-parter, so we're going to now do a little bit of overclocking to get just a tiny bit more out of it. So in order to do that, we are going to take this command, the sudo nano, to modify the config.txt file. Just with the arrow keys, let's go ahead and head all the way down right after it says all, and we're going to type this three things. So we're going to do over_voltage. We're going to equal that to 6, so we can get a little more. We are going to do the ARM frequency. So the Raspberry Pi 5 goes all the way to 2.4 stock, so we can actually try and increase it. I'm going to go ahead and put it to 29, just to get those extra 5 megahertz, 0.5 gigahertz, I mean. And so now here you might be able to get 3000. Might be able to put 3000 to get a 3.0 gigahertz. It all depends on your Pi, if you got the silicon lottery. So we'll just try it and see if it works. But I usually have had pretty much 100% success rate with 2900, maybe 2950. But for this example, just to make sure that it does work, you can just put it at 2900 just to get that increase. And now you can also get a GPU increase. I actually haven't tried the test results with the GPU stock, so I'm just going to put it at 1 gigahertz. I believe it's like at 500 and some megahertz stock, but I'll put it at 1000, and it also may be able to perform maybe on the ray tracing and all that, but it all depends. But I usually just put it like that. So to get out of here, just put ctrl+x, click Y, and then press enter, and then we reboot again. Oh, not apt, just reboot. And we'll be right back as soon as it reboots. Alrighty, and it's back up. So I'm actually not going to forget this time that first we gotta monitor the performance. If you notice, now it's at 2.9 gigahertz, so it's running at that. Oh, I did want to mention, I am running the Pi with its official Pi active cooler. If you're running this stock without the cooler, it will throttle. I believe the temperature that it idles at is like 60 some degrees Celsius, and it will start throttling, I believe, at around 80 some. So if you don't have the cooler on it, you might not be able to reap the benefits because it will start throttling. But if you have the cooler, at least the active cooler, at 2.9, I haven't had it throttle, and it doesn't even reach that high. I believe it does reach around 60, but we'll see right now. Yeah, so I do have the active cooler on it, so just be aware of that. Like, if you don't have the active cooler, you might not be able to reap the same performance. So now that we said that, let's go ahead and run it one more time, and we'll be back as soon as it finishes. All right, and so now let's see how much performance we got from that. There you go. And so from 2128, we now got 2340 and 1053 on the single core, which was a great improvement from 1733. So that is a crazy performance from 1733 to 2128 just by operating the bootloader. And now we got the additional around 200 more points, 2340, by overclocking it. So yeah, I think this is something really great. I mean, how much performance are you really gonna, real-time performance are you really gonna get for what you're gonna use it? Unless you're running a Minecraft server, or you're trying to mine some crypto on it, like on the previous videos, you will get some performance benefits, but I don't think it's really that significant. But still, I think it's fun to do, and just knowing the fact that I have a little more juice out of it in case I want to do something that may require a little more, it's always fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next